If you want to fly, you have to give up everything that weighs you down. Toni Morrison. We have a lot of stress in our lives, and piling a bunch of physical items to stay responsible for on top of our already mentally heavy minds just adds potentially unneeded negative circumstances that no one wants to deal with. It's for that very reason that I decided to decrease the amount of stuff I took from the house with me. I used to be one of those kids that took their whole room with them.
Headphones, earphones, a laptop, portable gaming device like a DS, iPad, iPhone, comic books, and many other things that I most definitely didn't need to bring with me.
Now, currently as a college student practicing digital minimalism, I'm attempting to size down on unneeded things while keeping certain conveniences that make my life a little easier. Looking at my everyday carry items, you might wonder why I even call myself a digital minimalist, but I promise all of these devices and items have their purpose that I'm going to explain.
I promise.
First things first, I can't go anywhere without my car key. It's for a simple dinky Dodge vehicle.
They kind of suck, I'm not going to lie. These keys don't work well at all. The only buttons that work is the lock button and the panic button. And sometimes it opens the trunk. In fact, it only opens the trunk when I don't want it to be open. So I have to manually unlock the car with this manual key right here. They get me from point A to point B, so that's all you can ask for in keys.
So it could be worse. This is my current wallet. I used to have a Spider-Man one, but I just got this one for my birthday. It's a little bulky.
It's a nice looking wallet, it's sleek, it's navy blue, which is one of my favorite colors at the moment.
The wallet isn't one of those clicks of a button, get your card type ordeal, but not every single thing has to be the most optimized for convenience. So yeah, it's a wallet. Next, I have my pocket notebook. I posted a video about this like 3 months ago. This is the same one from that video, and the viewers from there are probably confused right now as to why I haven't filled this one out.
And to that I say, it's been a busy couple months. Ever since school and my new job started, I haven't really had time to fill this out, and much alone do anything else in the tiny little moments, but I still find use in this thing day to day. Like if I forget my notes at home, I would put tiny little notes in here and then take pictures of it, just if I want to upload the pictures to Notion. Yeah, I also still jot down song lyrics that I'm thinking. Occasionally I'll draw, I'll write video ideas, draw out storyboards for these videos, and yeah, that's just things that I do with this notebook. I'm still finding use out of it, and eventually I'll finish this one and move on to a next one that hopefully doesn't look like it got run over a million times.
I have this because I enjoy having designated products and devices for certain activities. You'll see that a lot more in this video, but it's a lot more convenient to pull out a notebook and start writing instantly than to take out your phone, scan your face, find the Notes app, open it, create a new file, and then finally start typing. Saves a bit of time and turmoil, and that's all I could really ask for out of a tiny collection of paper. Now, on to the moment everybody's been waiting for. My phone. It's a standard iPhone 13 that's pretty scuffed up from me dropping it a bunch of times. It's fast and has a decent camera, which I use for my videos currently. I've made this to be a tool rather than something I let run over me. I have an app installed that makes the interface minimalistic. For every other app that I want to use, I can use the search bar, and for the trillionth time, no, there's not any social media on here. But yeah, good old iPhone. You don't have to have some Nokia from the early 2000s to aid productivity. The next two I'll pair together for time's sake, but my Apple Watch and earphones are just some of those conveniences I was talking about earlier. The Apple Watch keeps me off my phone even less than I already am.
It's actually the thing that I'm speaking to you guys on right now. I use it to record ideas, I use it to check the time, surprisingly enough. I also use it to track habits. There's a habit tracker thing I just started doing. That's pretty useful. It's also useful to see the notifications and not respond to them right away. I can just look at it, see if it needs my attention, and if it doesn't, just put my wrist away. Opposed to picking up a phone, seeing that notification, clicking on it, responding, and then getting distracted on what's ever on my phone.
As for the earphones, I got them for $10 at a clearance store a few months ago, and they're holding up pretty well.
First of all, I really love this attachment piece right here because I've always had problems with the earphones sticking in my ears, and now that it's looped around my ear, I can shake my head as much as I want. I could be skating, I could be working out, I could be running, I could be doing anything. This thing is not coming out. But yeah, this paired with my music and podcast player is really useful because I can skip through episodes and podcasts with the volume buttons. I can pause and play whenever I want, and it has a really long battery life opposed to other earphones that I've used. This one lasts for like 5 to 8 hours, depending on how much I use it, considering that my last pair of earphones only lasted up to 1 to 2 hours. And those were like $50. I don't know what was up with that brand, but it wasn't good.
I used these during my walks in between classes to listen to podcasts, for music in the gym, and they're just nice to have. Recently into the everyday carry family is my MP3 player / Walkman / old phone. I took this Motorola, deleted everything off of it except music and podcasts.
As you can see here, YouTube music. I think right now some Lisa's playing. And you guys say I'm not cultured. I listen to podcasts a lot more than music, especially Japanese podcasts. It's just a way to get some more immersion in throughout my day, since my days are so busy nowadays.
It doesn't have any data, so it downloads new episodes when connected to Wi-Fi. And I've been loving this device lately. It decluttered some stuff off my phone. Its sole purpose is for listening activities, so there's no distraction involved, and there's just a certain novelty to having something like this. I've gotten a lot of "why not just use your phone" comments since I've started using it, but I don't know, the idea of this brings me joy, and that's reason enough to take it everywhere. I keep it right by my main phone so that I never lose it either. Finally, there's my laptop. This isn't me being extra. As I've said earlier, I'm a student, so a laptop is pretty much a necessity 5 days out of my week.
It's an HP Victus. It's working for me editing wise, and my major is digital media design, so I am going to be using this a lot.
Not much to it, as my Notion, Japanese flashcards, my digital design applications for YouTube, and my classes. I put this and some of the other items I've listed in this bag that I was gifted, and I think that's my everyday carry. I have other items in my bag sometimes, depending on assignments or other things, but yeah, maybe more items than your average minimalist, but I'm just a digital minimalist trying to size down on both my devices and somewhat in my personal items. That's all. Have a good day.
I feel like I'm James Bond right now.